Okay, I think
Now that my night is free, I can go watch a show with my.
Hello, everyone, to our fourth episode of the Rites of Binding Inheritance. For our wonderful show today, we're going to see who is responsible to recap. I'll get my dice here. It's number one. I rolled the dice. That's how the dice is. This is the dice.
But I was last time.
I rolled it. That's how it works.
All I remember is that really annoying. But you can't show. That's cheating. Stop showing me your notes. All I remember is that really annoying anthropologist is following us now. Or was she an anthropologist or an archaeologist, or is that kind of the same thing? It's kind of the same thing.
No, it's not.
Archaeologists are anthropologists, but not all anthropologists are archaeologists. Cats are animals, but not all animals are cats. Same logic.
We're making hot takes today on the stream, everybody.
We are making hot takes.
I'm not going to get into that, but you're wrong, and we're going to talk about it later.
Okay. But anyways, so this really annoying anthropologist, archaeologist, same thing person is following us now, and that's all I remember. We finally left. Did we leave Lux? Were we still in Lux, or did we leave Lux? Yeah, we left Lux. I think we almost saw Fern's. Is it her dad? Who is Dimitri?
Mentor.
Her mentor, Dimitri, and then we saw what's her name?
Ponaben.
Ponaben. We saw Ponaben, and that's all I remember.
Well, you got like the second half. The first half is that we went to a library. We did some research on some locations of the aspects and got some information. Some people got lost. Some people found some interesting tidbits. But yeah, the rest of that is you met up with a few different people. You now have an archaeologist or flying with you, as well as her bodyguard. And you guys are heading to Maple Grove in search of the aspect of intelligence within Seer Seekin's tower. And we will pick up in our travel section, where we were not going to like play out every single part of traveling. But when we do travel, we are going to have a free open scene where you guys get to do what you kind of want on this kind of campsite, really. So anything you want to say to the group, talk to anybody, have conversations, that is fully up to you. But this is like in the evening or night, and it's all up to you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cause chaos, but I haven't figured out how yet. Come back to me.
I will note, for the two NPCs that are now joining you, Elabella, the archaeologist, she puts up her own tent and has a pretty large. It's like more tall than wide, and she just has her bodyguard just stand outside of it, and then she goes in. This happens.
She has a bodyguard.
Yeah,
Dragonborn
That's
guy.
my reaction too.
She just gets more annoying by the minute. She's like a more annoying pick-me girl.
Yeah,
yes,
why does she need a bodyguard?
the Black Dragonborn, who appears to be of some sort of martial class, is named Urjar, and he just follows her around. He was with her before when you first met him.
Okay. Missed that detail.
This isn't unusual.
somehow.
He was there. He exists.
It's come up every time we've seen her too. We've talked about him.
Pretty much every time you act surprised that Urjar exists, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you forget every time.
How we like?
But I do know what chaos I want to cause whenever we're ready for that.
Have we built camp yet, or are we still like? Are we hunkering down for the night? Are we just settling, or where are we at?
This is kind of in any time frame that you kind of want. I set it up in the evening or night, so your camp's probably already set up. This is going to take a few days of travel as you're heading from Lux to Maple Grove. So this is your opportunity to do whatever you'd like during this time frame.
I know that I would like to try to infiltrate her tent and stealthily learn more about her
Okay.
using a myriad of spells and things. I don't know if anybody would like to join me or assist with that.
I would like to watch from a distance.
Me too.
I was gonna
Yeah, I'm not getting involved.
So that might actually be an assistance of. Fern isn't intending to help, but if she's talking to Urjar, he's probably distracted.
Oh, so are there any points that Urjar like takes a break or goes to bed or anything, or is he standing guard all night?
Oddly enough, he stand guards most of the night. There's the occasional time where he will take a break, but then she's outside and kind of like she swaps out, basically.
Oh, are they guarding
guarding
from the tent?
something?
Okay. Fern, what do you think would be more beneficial? You distracting Urjar while Elabelle's asleep, or if I try to use Fog Cloud and then we pass without a trace into the tent?
I would like to register that I'm very confused because I'm
Okay.
usually confused.
Option
Why do you want to
one.
sneak in?
Well, I mean, you said something about distracting Urjar, so if you want to do that, we can do that. Or
The poor dude
I mean-
looks like he needs some distraction. He's been standing out there for hours, and I'm kind of worried that he's just going to stand out there all night.
okay. Why don't you go
Can
ahead
I
and
take-
distract him then?
Can I take bets with the other characters over whether or not they're going to get caught?
Go for it. See who wants to take part.
Kai is so rude, and I love it.
Welcome to Downtime Encounters, where we don't trust our fellow players and actively bet against them.
I'm going to put 5 gold coins down on the fact they're going to get caught.
Oh, please. That's easy money.
Girl, that's also a steep bet.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe for you.
Nobody has
If we didn't have-
in their whole life.
If we didn't have the 5,000 gold, I wouldn't have said anything. But because we do, I'm kind of like, it's worse things to spend it on. And based on the fact that I think you are distracting the guard just because you feel bad for him and not out of any attempt to help Gorfrak get into the tent, that's why I am slightly
Subtlety is not Fern's
skeptical.
strong suit. You guys should know this by now.
All right, Fern, go ahead and start your distraction. Nathaniel, do you want Fern to roll or anything?
We have
Yes, it
a
does.
commenter in the Twitch chat that says, like a true fantasy bodyguard, he's 1/5 statue and has rain resistance. This comes from the Grand Eldritch. I don't know if this is useful information for the party, but I thought I'd share.
1/5.
Damn it, Austin. I'm trying to focus here.
Wait,
Okay.
what are black dragonborns resistant to?
Acid, I think.
I thought that was green. The green ones were resistant to
Oh,
acid.
shit. No.
One's poison, one's acid.
Black is acid.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Black
Fern.
dragons are resistant
who
to
is-
black.
Fern, who
Dragons
is...
are resistant to red,
What?
I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to... Fern's just gonna... Not entirely understanding what Gorfrak wants to do. Was already planning on this. It's probably people are starting to go to bed, wander up to Urjar, and just take a posture like almost mimicking his on his left side, like, oh, you're standing guard, I'm standing guard now too. Just leans over. Are you gonna stand there all night?
Yeah.
Why?
That made me so uncomfortable.
It's what I am assigned to do. Is this a problem for you?
No, I'm just curious, cause like there ain't anybody else here except for, you know, me and Let and Sylvia and Gorfrak and Kai. So like I don't know what your garden.
Alabella wishes to have her privacy when she's busy, and I am just ensuring that that occurs.
Nah, that's sussy.
What's she doing?
I don't know. It's not my job to know what she's doing.
But if you stand out here all night, you ain't gonna get any sleep.
I'm going to be fine.
Isn't that rude of her?
No.
I feel like at this point, Let from wherever they were probably hiding and like observing would jump out of the bush and be like, she is rude, and it is rude of her, and you're right, it is rude, and just like completely blow their cover.
Why were you hiding in a bush?
I wanted to know what you were doing, and I wanted to know what was going on, and I don't trust this lady, and I don't like her particularly either, so I thought I would see what was going on. Then I couldn't help myself because he said she wasn't rude.
That's a valid point. I don't really care what she's doing. I was more worried about... Your name's Urjar, right?
Correct.
Cool. You ain't said much since we met you, and it was weird. It was weirding me out.
Once again, it is not my job to strike up conversations with you.
No, but that don't mean you ain't gotta be friendly.
Once again, it's not my job to be friendly to you either.
Well, we're gonna be traveling together, so I figure maybe we should at least try to be friendly. Otherwise, it's gonna be a lot of like awkward, silent conversation.
Mm-hmm. And then he glances over at Let.
And Let's gonna get like really close and go, I have no intention of being friendly. Crack their knuckles in front of his face, turn around and walk back to wherever they came from. And hide back in the exact same bush.
Well, this is,
He looks unfazed.
Better than that.
Wait, Madison, what'd you say?
I might have been raised in a barn, but even I'm nicer than that.
when did Fern pick up a southern accent?
She's always kind of had one.
Literally this entire time.
Correct.
It just gets better and worse the closer we are to cows, I think.
While Let and Fern are having this very loud altercation with Urjar, I would like to turn into a lizard and try to sneak past this menage a trois of social interaction.
Roll stealth with advantage.
Did that go over the table? Nope, it didn't. Okay. Let me fix the thing.
I'm debating if I want to cast Arcane Eye while all of this is coming to a head.
Oh, okay. I'll need to at least contest it for him here, but I don't think. Okay. Yeah, you go in. At least it seems like undetected. As you go in, it is completely empty except one thing. There is a large door.
Oh God.
She's not that powerful. Oh shit.
But it's just like an empty. What do the walls of the tent look like on the inside?
It's like a normal canvas tent.
Is there just a door standing, or is there a wall with it, or what?
Within 5 feet, I would say, of this in the center of the tent, 5 feet out from it, that's the wall of the tent. In the center is the door.
Okay. Is there any cracks? Is there any cracks under the door that I could look through as the lizard?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn back into myself, and then immediately cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna can I keyhole peek or crack the door open?
Yeah, the door opens.
Okay. What do I see?
Let me pull up my notes here. When you open it, it goes into another room that is circular. In the center, there is a gold vase on a little platform. It's looks elven in design. There are also 3 other doors.
Would I be able to roll history to see if I know what this vase might be?
Sure, go for it. It looks elvish. Something that is probably within Sylvia's house, honestly.
Okay.
It fits pretty well.
Are there any markings on the doors?
Nope, they just look like doors.
I'm gonna go to the door on the left and peek through it.
As you go to it, you find that it's locked.
Okay. I'm gonna check the other 2 doors to see if they're also locked.
They are not.
Okay. I'll go to the door on the right and peek through.
When you open it slightly, it looks like a living quarters of some sort, nice 4-poster bed, desks, books, very, very pleasant place. Something very out of Sylvia's home, really. But it's more like reds and golds.
Okay. Is anybody in there that I can tell?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. I'm gonna enter and not fully, just take a step in.
Okay, you go in. No one's in there, it seems like.
Okay. Can I roll investigation to see if there's anything fun to pick up?
Go for it. I would mention as well, there is another door in this room.
Okay.
And there, again, I don't know, if someone combined their study and their bedroom together. A 10.
Hey, a quick note from the stream manager. We had some cameras freezing for a minute, so I had to reset everybody's cameras real fast. So viewers, if you just saw a bunch of frozen faces, I apologize.
Okay, so with that 10, you don't find
I got a
anything.
13.
13, even with a 13.
Okay.
Don't find anything.
Is this the study, or is this the living quarters, or is this the study?
It seems like it's all meshed together. Like living quarters, bedroom, study.
Okay. Then you said there's another door?
There is another door.
That's the door. Is that the door to the study, or is that a different door I haven't even...
That's a different door.
Okay. Can I go peek through that door?
Yes. As you peek through there, it is a long hallway that has many other doors. And they seem to have different names on them.
What are some of the names?
The one in front of you is... I got to find the right door name. Give me 1 second. First, I made this hard for me to find.
This feels like a portable dungeon, and I'm creeped out.
The Deceiver.
This is the
I'm
Deceiver?
very suspicious.
How about other doors?
You can't see from where you're at. You'd have to leave.
Okay.
Like this door's like immediately like almost right in front of you.
And so they're spaced out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a couple more steps in, but I'd like to either keep the door open with my hand, or I would like to put my backpack down so the door can't close behind me. Makes sense.
Okay. So when you go to do that, it seems like any time that when you try to shut the door, it will try to close on its own. And as you do put your backpack on there, it seems to have at least blocked it for a bit, but you got maybe like a few moments if you try to leave it there for too long.
I just want to see one more door. I just want one more door.
Okay.
That's the
which door? There are a lot of doors on this hallway.
The one opposite of the Deceiver door.
Oh, so you know, like where you're at, the opposite side is the Deceiver door.
Oh, and then it's like I'm looking at the wall of the hallway.
Like you're directly at that door.
Okay. I thought it was like a long hallway. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the study.
For the sake of where you're at, the door you're specifically at has the researcher on it.
Oh. So this is like... Oh god. Okay, there's so many things. I'm gonna go back into the study.
Okay.
And back into the base hall.
Okay.
How long would this have taken?
It's kind of hard to tell. It's maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
You did search around in the other room.
Can I check the locked door, see if it's still locked?
Mm-hmm. It's locked.
Okay. I'm gonna peek through the metal door now.
But when you open it, you can see her in a laboratory of some sort. It's like an arcane laboratory.
Can I tell what she's doing?
Roll perception. You have no idea what she's up to.
Crit fail.
Damn it! We may not ever get a chance to do this again.
I've got passive for the trace on. I'm gonna step in, stay right next to the door, and stay quiet.
Okay.
I spaced out while I was fixing the stream page. What are we trying to do?
I'm in Elabella's lab right now, just observing her, and she, to my knowledge, doesn't know that I'm there.
Oh boy. Okay.
What else is there in the lab to see?
There is a Vurios in kind of metal cage-ish thing. There there is a wondrous orb of things on one of the shelves. She's working on some various alchemical works and whatnot.
My character doesn't know about the Varios, but I, as a person, am shocked, horrified, and disappointed.
Is there anything on the walls, or anything actually, not just the walls, that might indicate like a sigil or a crest or hall or creed or nation?
Not here.
Okay.
Not without investigating.
I, as a newcomer, have no idea what's going on, so I'm just sitting back watching this. Like, me as a person, not me as
They're
I.
cute. Varios are cute little teleporty raw magic creatures that are adorable, and no one should ever want to keep one in a cage.
And at one point in Act 1, Let traded like a spoon for some other piece of junk from one of them and decided that was their best friend, even though I have no idea if the Varios ever thought about Let again.
All right, okay. Thank you for explaining.
Nathaniel, before I say I want to do this, I want to know how risky of a choice this would be. What would I have to roll in order to continue to investigate without her figuring out I'm there? How enthralled is she?
She looks pretty involved, and it's probably assumed that she's not expecting anyone. You have Pass Without Trace on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am so much more suspicious of her than I ever was.
I know, and this whole like quantum realm tent hallway thing is really throwing me for a loop.
I've been suspicious this whole time with good reason. Nobody just walks up to you and is like, tell me about your entire family without planning on doing some kind of like colonizer shit.
I have a context question. I feel like Sylvia may have shared this. It just like canonically, how compared to Sylvia's level of magic, where does Elabella's level of magical home context fit in with Sylvia's? Like, is this weird levels of magic, or is this like on par with somebody who is magical?
To your level of knowledge, she in itself hasn't displayed any high level magic. Like if you're talking about the structure, then if she created it, that's very high level. Sylvia would not be capable of this.
I'm gonna continue investigating stealthily. I don't want to get close to her or anything. I just want to see like, what else there is to see.
Yeah, so you take a few steps in, and you start trying to look around, and the door shuts behind you. And she turns over and looks over and says, Gorfrak, it took a while for you to get here. Well, don't worry, we have so much to talk about. And we'll fade to black.
I hate her.
No,
I hate her.
Oh, no.
I hate her.
So what else?
Is she waiting for all of us to come? What is this? Just Gorfrag? Like, what is going on?
This is bad. I'm getting. Oh no.
Are Let and Fern still outside?
Yes, and Sylvia and Kai. We are all outside. It is
I have
just
a question though. How did she know I was there? Because I can't be when I pass without the trace on. I can't be tracked, even magically.
So, there is a spell called Alarm.
Okay.
That if you step or trigger it, it sends them an awareness. So, I would say that she probably
you ignorant
to help you
slut.
out here. She was aware someone was there, didn't know who probably specifically it was. And she might have other ways of observing the different rooms.
Arcane Eye, etc.
Crystal ball CCTV.
Yeah, it's gotta watch out for that stuff.
Oh, what the hell?
But yeah, got the group still there, hanging out.
At the risk of sounding like I'm metagaming, I feel like Let would probably start getting really suspicious from the outside and would probably start like investigating the outside of the tent, not giving a shit that the like guard is standing there, whose name I've already forgotten, is standing there like watching them.
Urjar.
Just Urjar, yeah. Does not care, is absolutely investigating the outside of the tent, like probably smelling it and like every so often like licking it just to know what's going on in here. So trying to get some information. Can I roll investigation?
Yeah.
I hate you so much, Nathaniel.
We had to meet the BBG at some point.
Damn it.
It's a normal tent.
Wow. Okay.
Leave the investigating to me.
I mean, Albella's a woman. Maybe she is. Sorry, that was kind of off color.
You mean will be, not currently?
Grammar tenses are hard, okay? I'm ace.
There's only like three places I see this going. Gorfrak dies, Gorfrak falls in love, or Gorfrak is chopped up and put in stew.
It doesn't have to be one of the three.
I'm gonna think about what else I want to do, but in the meantime, let's still just circling the tent while I think.
Right? I'm freaking out, but Fern is over here like, oh, Urjar, I'm gonna make you my friend, yada yada yada. Ha ha ha!
I'm gonna lean over to Kai and say, how long should Gorfrak be gone before we need to get involved?
Because it's been
I'm
probably
suspicious.
And I've been sitting here going, I should not care. This is stupid. I should not be invested in this, but I'm starting to get worried too.
Something
So
about
I look back over.
Arabella doesn't read right to me.
So, Urjar, oh, are you good to go, Kai?
Yeah, you're good. Sorry, my headphones.
So, Urjar, can I look inside the tent?
No, you're not allowed to.
Wow.
While Fern is talking to Urjar, I want to try to cut the tent with my short sword.
Yeah,
Just like a little rip to see if I can see in.
Roll stealth.
Can I? Okay, first. Let's roll and have a conversation with Sylvia about strategy.
All I heard was robot speak. What'd you say?
I'm going to let you roll, and then I'm going to have a conversation with Sylvia about strategy because I think I have a plan.
Good idea.
Okay.
What do I get with a 12?
Yeah, you're able to cut it.
Can I see in there?
Yeah, you see the door.
The door? I'm not like behind it looking in the back or anything?
No. There's a door there. That's all that's in that room is a door.
We've invited this devil into our bosom. Now we're paying the price.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put in lines and veils that we don't say the word bosom because that broke my soul a little bit.
Retweet.
All right, Sylvia, fellow person who's not working in the situations without forethought. How terrible of it an idea would it be to walk up to the guard whose name escapes me? I'm so sorry.
Urjar.
And be like, tell us more about what would happen if someone broke into this. Like, because obviously he's standing there guarding and there's going to be consequences. I need to know if they're life or death consequences or someone's going to be uncomfortable.
Might be a little suspicious, but not terrible idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, see, I was trying to think of a way to do it that wouldn't be like, Okay, you're talking to me, so I don't notice that someone is sneaking into the tent behind me.
You go ask questions.
I bet I could pull it off as
They go
a.
supervise what Let's doing. I don't trust them any further than I can throw them.
That's very smart. I'm going to actually like sneaky get out of our hiding spot where we've been watching instead of just leaping out of the bushes like a creature. And casually
I
make
figured
my
we were
way
just
up to
like
Urjar.
sitting by the fire, observing what was going on.
Oh yes, I like that too. I thought it got a little confused. It's fine. I stand up from the fire, walk over to Urjar, and I'm like, "So how long have you been guarding, Elabella?"
For several years.
And I'm kind of in the back of my head, I'm kind of trying to play this off like I think you need a break from Fern. I love you, Fern, but here, let me rescue you, Urjar.
Let me relieve you.
Has it been a difficult job? Like, has anyone ever tried to get into the tent while you've been standing guard?
Not really.
Okay, that's not a no.
Meanwhile, Let has now stuck their arm through the tiny little hole they've cut in the back of the tent like a cat trying to reach the door.
Nathaniel, do I need to know?
Well, we're gonna probably change something up here for you guys, as you guys are thinking about entering the door. As you're doing that, Let, you get a tap on your shoulder, and Gorfrak, you're back outside.
What the actual hell is going on?
And for context, you are not allowed to say anything that you said and you saw in there. You as Gorfrak cannot say anything relevant to it. Other than you do know there's a door because Let can see the door.
Clarification, say verbally, or are there ways around this? Like he could write it or sign language it or
Gorfrak is, I would say, if you, because you're bound to ask about this, Gorfrak doesn't know anything about what's behind the door.
Okay. Like mind wipe?
I don't know. But yeah, Gorfrak, you're back outside.
Useless.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you tap on that shoulder and you're there now.
I'm outside and I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're really confused about why Let's going in there, but
I think that would surprise Let and they'd turn around and probably punch Gorfrak. Out of sheer shock.
Roll the punch.
And I'm sure that this has gotten all of our attention. And
I remember nothing. Oh my god.
My first high roll, and it's to hit you.
Of course that hits. Roll your damage.
Roll that damage.
I'm so upset. I'm upset.
Me too.
I feel personally victimized by this. I don't know about you. Oh my god.
Take 8 damage.
So I'm back outside and I don't remember a thing.
Correct.
I wanted to talk to Elabella.
And you probably just got clocked right in the face from your short little bald friend.
Yeah.
Have I
They
come
punch
around
you
the
and then
corner
you're
yet?
pushed back onto the ground. And that's where we're at right now.
has this drawn the attention of Urjar, Fern, and me, who are standing on the other side of the tent? Like, can we hear this going on? Or
I think
see it?
so. I think he turns and then enters into the tent. And closes it behind him.
If I've come around the corner, I'm like, what happened? Like, did you punch her?
In my defense, I didn't go over and help. She just walked up behind me and touched me. Whoa. One at a time, kids.
Gorfrak got helped up by Kai. Continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kai.
I don't even know what I said.
You let.
You just walked up behind me while I'm doing espionage and touch me like I'm not going to turn around and hit you in the face? What do you expect?
What espionage? I walked into the tent and then walked back out, and I'm trying to tell you what I saw.
What'd you see?
It's the door.
Did you open
you
the
did
door?
Not walk in
I did, and there's nothing back there. I don't know what's up in there.
Took you.
You were gone for several minutes. This was not.
I was?
And there's no lizard guarding a door.
I opened the door, there was nothing, and so I lizarded back out. I unshaped behind Let, and I was trying to tell Let, because Let seems elevated at all times around this woman. She's not even here.
There's no way that they're guarding a door. No way.
No.
You can't just have two people walk into a tent and then not walk back out.
I mean, we teleported halfway across the continent into Lux, into Sylvia's house, so...
Okay, I want to walk inside the tent and look at the door myself.
How are you getting in?
You guys saw the goddess of death. I don't think somebody teleporting 30 feet... I do it at will. Somebody teleporting 10 feet from one place to another is not that strange.
Gorfrak, you're still missing the point of this. Even if you think you walked in and walked back out, obviously there is something besides a door in there, because you don't just... Did you stare at the door for 20 minutes? Was it such a fascinating door you couldn't help it?
There was a wooden door in a wall. I opened it. I walked through it. There was tent on the other side of it, so I left.
Something's going on here. That's not... I don't buy it.
At this point, I have to take a couple steps away because I'm like, this is a circular conversation, and she's going to get punched again because this is not helpful.
I'm not trying to be unhelpful. I'm recounting to you exactly what happened.
We're telling you that's not what happened.
I'm gonna keep looking through the door or through the crack that I've created in this tent and look at the door and just turn around.
The door's not there anymore.
It's what?
Excuse me.
Go in the tent and it's empty?
Man,
no, there's a barrel, like a cot, 2 cot beds, a desk with some papers on it. Ellabella's there talking with Urjar as they both look at you as they can hear you guys outside the tent.
Now Let is going to rip the rest of that cut open to a body size, walk in and go, now what kind of tomfoolery is this now? Because there was a door in here a minute ago. You weren't in here. She just suddenly appeared behind me. She's confused and probably delirious. Well, I don't know how he got in here because I never heard that zipper open and I have questions that you're going to answer.
Let, don't be rude. There's obviously...
You walked in earlier.
Let's gonna turn around and with both of their fists at their sides go, stop telling me to be rude. She's rude. Rude is rude to rude.
To be fair, we are answers here.
I'm just waiting for Nathaniel to say roll initiative at this point.
Honestly, me too.
She goes, well, a door. What are you referring to?
You know what a door is, like a door with a handle, like you turn the handle and the door opens. Quit playing stupid.
Are you talking about the tent flap? It looks like a door. No. That's how they function.
No. Let's gonna turn around and go, this bitch is trying to gaslight me, and I'm not having it. I will not be gaslit today. There was a door within the confines of the fabric of this tent, and now I recognize that I'm not the smartest person here, but I know a door when I see a door, and it was just in the middle, and it existed, and now it no longer exists. And I'm also going to use my ring of clarity on you now.
Okay.
To check out if you're lying.
Oh, zone of truth. Okay.
Don't be rude.
Okay. Roll insight.
Yeah. So wait. Oh yeah, I have zone of truth too, don't I?
Yeah.
But I may as well just use my ring. It's fancy and it's intimidating.
It's what you can use with because ring.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna roll it the way I know how. And I swear on my life, if that doesn't get me something, I'm actually gonna drive to Selena and Daniel.
So she's gonna respond. So what?
17.
Just so then I know what you're wanting to know, and so I can make sure I can respond appropriately here. So far it's been a bunch of statements, but what are you wanting to
The question that started the statements was, where is the door and what happened here?
She replies with, well, I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. I know there's sometimes magical anomalies can create doors of different sizes and shapes. What were you particularly looking for? And with that insight, it would seem like she is trying to figure out what you're referring to. She's confused with your confusion.
I literally hate her so much. There's nothing to be confused about. I asked a clear question.
Okay. Clarification.
You saw the door.
Are
Right?
we all standing outside the net,
I
like
think
watching
so,
this
but
through the
Kai is
gap?
trying to make me
There's a
feel
giant,
like
huge gap.
Fantastic. I love this image.
Kai's trying to
Continue.
make me feel like I was in there for 30 minutes, but all I remember was opening a door, closing a door, walking out. So
You were gone for 20 minutes.
It doesn't matter if that's what you
say
remember.
but
That's what happened.
not. I mean, I know I'm older, but I'm still pretty sharp, but I don't remember that.
Wait, I
Not
forgot
as sharp
how
as you
old
thought.
Gorfrak is. Is she like a grandma?
Her true age is not canonically determined yet, but she appears to be in her 60s.
She's like over 100.
She's
In actual
Granny
year,
Gorfrak.
Again, like the accent, this has been established.
I forget that Gorfrak is old because Taylor just has such a youthful joy.
Yes. The exact words describe a druid, youthful joy.
Listen, Albella, I'm real sorry about them being weird. They must have eaten something. I knew those berries looked a little bit suspicious when I was collecting them, but anyways, can we
And
go
for
now?
Gorfrak
and
looks
leave
over
these
and you
nice
still
people?
fed them to us?
Yeah,
I didn't eat any weird berries.
you're
I
just
didn't.
suspicious.
Or we
Speak for
weird
yourself.
berry.
Can we or can we not bring Gorfrak into this and be like, she saw the door?
Well, there was a door, and now there's not a door. Alabella, are you
Are you
aware
going
that there was
to
a door?
gaslight
Is this
Gorfrak
news to you?
too?
I'm not aware that there was a door.
Does somebody want to roll insight on that?
Are you referring to me? I think you're referring to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna give us much for a 15 for some reason.
Listen,
I will
she's
have you know
obviously-
that whatever she is rolling for, like she's contesting your insight. So that could either be persuasion or deception.
Deception.
I don't like her at all.
I'm just letting you know that I do this for any time you do insight. That's why I make
Yeah,
sure that's
fair
clear
enough.
for you.
She just
So your
specifically could go eat rocks.
She seems to be on the truthful side in that she's not aware that there was a door. I probably could phrase it better in that it's hard to read to see if she's truthful. You can't get by whatever she's saying. But what sounds like she doesn't think that there was a door here. Or if there was a door that you mistook it for something else.
Now listen, we don't know you very well, and if the two of them are saying they saw a door and you don't know anything about the door, I'm going to trust them, not you. So you have some explaining to do.
I agree.
If she says she don't know about it, there ain't nothing to explain.
This is her tent, and she is the one with the bodyguard. Does it seem reasonable to you that she wouldn't know anything about the contents inside her tent?
I don't know. I don't see no door. She says there's no door. Y'all must have been seeing something.
Let at
Maybe
this
very-
point is now counting on their fingers, trying to determine whether or not that's reasonable. And then very delayed is going to go, no, it doesn't seem reasonable.
Can I pull Sylvia aside for a second?
Go for it.
don't know if it's wise for us to try to like confront this person on the first day of our travel together. I know we don't like her, and I know we don't trust her, but I don't. We don't need to be fighting a war on two fronts with trying to
I would
get
just as soon run her off as anything else. I don't want her traveling with us. She's the one who's insisting on being with us. If she wants to leave, she can leave.
I guess, but like I don't.
Conversation too.
No, we don't have the king's support in this wilderness right now. We're on our own, and so if we get ourselves, I mean, like I'm thinking back to the inn in the Nightwood Forest. Like we got ourselves a little too into things, and we rushed headfirst into something that we didn't need to. And like, I'm not saying we have to trust her. I'm not saying we have to like her, but maybe we don't try to like fight her day one. Maybe we just like let this simmer. Keep one eye on her. Keep one eye on the aspects. We keep going.
I don't know if I should be taking the advice from somebody who apparently blacked out 20 minutes of what could potentially be very important information.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hide or not disclose something. If I knew, I would told you. Sylvia, you
I
are.
understand. That's my point, though. Something very suspicious is going on.
But
Gorfrak is defending her abuser.
There's no evidence of this.
Yeah. I poke back at
Anyway.
I am eavesdropping on this conversation, and I poke in, and
I guess do what you want to.
Did we not rush in bringing in?
I think we need more evidence before we go gung ho against her, and she's obviously not going to give it to us.
Fair enough. I'll bide my time, but I don't like it.
So, Fern, what are you doing?
I'm trying to drag lead out of this tent and back to the fire with like, come on, I'll make you some tea. I'm not gonna burn it this time, I swear. Come on, we'll just leave her alone.
Is it gonna be thick tea?
Maybe. Fern's still learning the whole like not all leaves make tea lesson, but it's still the promise of come on, let's leave her alone. Come on. You can tell me all about it.
I feel like the whole time that Fern is dragging Let's just screaming profanities at the tent and just like, I'm gonna figure you out. You're the worst person in the world. And just like everything that just should be like beeped out. Like if this was playing on public TV.
Yeah, as you guys are
I'm gonna figure out
out
what
of the
you
tent,
did to Gorfrak.
She uses bending, fixes her tent, and I think this is when we'll go to our break.
Oh no, oh no.
So,
all right.
We'll be back, everyone.
Back.
All right, welcome back, everyone. With the conclusion of our campfire scene, we will continue in the passage of time as you continue your way to Maple Grove, and you will arrive there after a few days. When you arrive in this lovely town, it is certainly different than Lux with its stone buildings. Instead, it is mostly wooden, with the wooden palisade that surrounds it, the distant trees of the forest that is nearby, the lake off to the east with a distant tower in the background, as well as the town itself, which is moderately large. I mean, not a city, but a large town.
Are there bugs here?
There are bugs everywhere. You have not seen, you've always seen a bug up to this point as you've been going to places.
I would like to hunt specifically for a stink bug, thank you.
No stink bugs. No stink bugs allowed.
We have to go talk to Cirrus Deacon.
It's not for no reason. I have a...
Okay,
You
roll
are
perception.
not putting it in Ellabella's tent.
I am if I find one and you can't stop me.
Alas, we can't read
Guys,
what's
she's
mine.
with us. You shouldn't be talking about the.
We don't know what Let's searching for. This is all out of character, my dear.
So anyway, you don't find that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's fair
we got 4. We'll continue onwards. You guys are at the city gates, and you can do whatever you would like from this point forward. And yes, Fern?
Is the tower beyond the city on the lake?
Mhm.
Cool.
All right, are we agreed? We're going straight to the tower, or are we
Like
making
the
any pit
southeast side of the lake.
I mean, there's no reason not to, right? Hey, Lionrith.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Race to the lake.
He bolts.
I'm after him.
That's not fair. He has more legs.
Let me check some stats here. Actually,
I think he might be faster.
I think he might be naturally faster, but for the sake of it, why don't you roll athletics?
Oh God. We in my -1, -2 strength?
-1. You've improved it since. You're now stronger than a kobold.
Nice. That's an 8,
That's just
boss.
embarrassing.
That's a 4! He crit
Yeah.
failed!
Just remember while you guys are running, and he naturally is just a little bit faster than you. And then at one point, he is turns around and sticks his tongue at you and then slams himself into a tree. And which allows you to surpass him and inevitably win this race of you getting there.
Oh yeah, no,
What?
I'm taking off the bag of holding as I'm running and jumping straight into the lake because I can.
Oh.
Okay.
Please tell me you can swim. You do know how to swim. Yes.
Yeah, Dimitri taught me.
Okay, very good.
That's not her dad, by the way.
Thank you for the clarification.
I think you are the only one laboring under that assumption.
But they're also the only one that likes to lick the ground on a regular basis.
And lick tents, apparently.
So yeah,
This is a very important sense.
You can find out a lot from tasting things.
Like
It
if it'll
gives
kill you?
A lot of information. Yeah, if it's going to kill someone, you may as well let it kill the dumb bald one.
as you approach the tower, it is kind of this swampy, kind of marshish area. Really, the tower itself is circular, and it is honestly very just kind of geometric in that it is a cylinder that goes up. Nothing else really fancy about it. Of like a cobblestone kind of wall. Yeah, nothing.
Is it guarded or is it just open?
It doesn't appear to be guarded. There's
I
just a
would like
door,
to
like a
cast-
double set door. There's like a little mailbox outside of it. And that's kind of it, really.
I
Can we
would like
knock
to
on the
cast
door?
detect magic.
You want to detect magic? Okay, go for it.
I come up out of the lake just sopping wet.
While Sylvia's rolling that, I'm just gonna use shape water cantrip to dry fern off.
Hey,
Okay.
don't get rid of my bath.
I'm getting rid of the filth from your bath.
Sylvia,
Thank
So
you for that.
this may surprise you, but the tower is magical.
wow.
I know this is
Whoa.
like
No way.
brilliant
Wait,
knowledge. It's
the
magical.
wizard's tower, the strongest wizard in the land, has a magical tower? You're kidding.
It has a magical tower. I know.
I just want to make sure there aren't any booby traps because he didn't respond to the message I sent via Fern.
I will say there's nothing magical that is like trap related.
That was the most sarcastic response as a group I have ever seen in my entire life.
It was great.
All right.
What do I see though? Is it like just magical enhancements?
Yeah, I can list off several of them, but they all like almost nearly all of the types of magic are present here in some way or another.
Gotcha.
It's
Fucker.
Please tell me there's no necromancy.
there doesn't seem to be any necromancy. But I mean, like every other one but that one. That's like what I'm kind of implying is that most of them are there in some capacity or another. And just in general, it's like some of it might have been cast, but maybe that's just ambient magic left. Like, yeah.
Okay. At this
Well, are
point,
you
like
gonna knock?
let's knock on the door. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. As you guys go up to the door, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Of course.
Nathaniel, can
What?
you roll for me?
I can
Not
roll
with
for you.
Albella, but now.
Yeah.
Is she gonna fight with us?
She will. I won't probably put her in the turn order because I do not have the right art for her yet. I will need you to redo it, Sylvia. And actually, yeah, both you guys went. You guys went too fast before I marked that you guys can.
No, but I got a 20.
I can get you
I
20.
somehow rolled a 21. So did Let.
Um,
Bitch.
Yep, so did I.
Update it. 20. And then Gorfrak, what was yours?
7.
7.
We
Oh,
have 2 20s and 2 21s and then a 7.
okay. And
I just realized I don't think any of us updated our character art Foundry, so our character art doesn't match.
no, it's all updated.
Incredible. It is?
Yeah,
On my
I
end, I
updated
still
all
see
that.
Let as the original drawing.
Monster. Nathaniel, what does
Yeah?
that? What is that?
So a
swamp?
mass of plants bursts out from nearby of the swamp and rushes to attack you.
Ah!
A bunch of plants?
Yeah, like vines. and
shambling
things.
mouse.
That's
Oh.
nothing.
Oh,
I literally eat those for
uh,
breakfast.
So he is
I
going to
used-
slam Sylvia as she's the one who went to approach the door.
I've used these before.
So we have two 26s for the two different slams it does. You take a total of 24 damage.
Okay,
As it
I'm
just
going to
bats you.
wait. I'm
Okay.
it's gonna activate shield though, so for at least one of them.
Both of them is 26, so you can get up to 26 for the attack.
Uh-huh.
So your AC can get up to 26.
Oh, right, so it doesn't matter,
Shield
you're
gives
right.
you a plus
Okay.
5
It doesn't
bonus.
help.
5, yeah, I was
You're
going to say,
right,
it gets up to
okay.
plus 5.
Yeah, you're right.
When
Sorry.
you have a 21 AC.
You're good.
Right.
I mean, you could use it, just don't do anything.
I know. I won't do anything. Okay.
All right, there you go. You'll take a total of 26.
I'm doing great.
26.
It's okay.
24.
I have a thing for this.
Okay. Let, you're up.
I'm just gonna try to karate chop them like the plants they are.
Okay. Yeah.
I would assume that hits.
Yes. That does hit. Yep.
Punch it in the mouth.
Roll your damage.
One.
So one thing I'm going to do when we are we'll add that 7 damage. All right. Next one, the order is Fern. So one thing we'll do in this is, because this is very theater of the mind, just move your characters on the foundry to where you want to be. It's relevant to where he is at. So Sylvia, you're currently up next to this guy, so you're going to be the closest to him. Everyone else, you're just kind of at a distance. Just feel free to move relevant to where that you want to be.
Is this thing sentient?
One way to
don't
find
know.
out.
It's a magical mound of plants.
I guess my real question is, will I have an opportunity attack if I try to move away?
Oh yeah, that's kind of
Probably.
a universal
Okay.
thing.
It's a magical mound of plants.
All right, my turn.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to cast Odaluk's Resilient Sphere.
Okay.
Fern, tell us what it does, because I've never heard of that spell before.
It encloses a creature of large size or smaller within a impenetrable sphere of energy. You know, if an unwilling creature is, it needs to make a dex save to make sure it works. The dex save is, I think, 14. I'm hoping this thing isn't super dexterous.
It is not.
Nice. Concentration for up to a minute. It is trapped inside a barrier. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through, in or out, though the creature in the sphere can breathe. The sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside, nor can a creature inside the sphere damage anything outside of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put my hands out and enclose it in this glowing sphere of, I guess, green energy? We can go with like a light green.
Okay. And it's just in a bubble.
Okay.
Damn it, Sirius. Why did you have to set such a difficult booby trap? Real question is he purposefully attacking us, or is this just for anyone who comes to him?
You should go knock on the door again.
I'm not knocking again. Somebody else can.
I'll do it.
Funny enough, Kai's next on the initiative list.
Do what?
Do you want to go up to the door?
Yes, please.
Just note that if you go up to the door, that's your move. You can't hit anybody.
She can't
You
hit
can't
him
hit
anyway.
anybody anyways. It's in a sphere.
Yeah, it's in an invincible bubble that you can't damage.
I forgot.
So there's a red square. Just we'll represent that as the door for our little thing here. I'll move you over there, and you knock on the door, and there's no one answers.
Can I pick the lock?
The door is not locked.
Is there a handle?
Yeah, no one answered the door. Yeah, you just.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, you can open the door.
Are we going inside?
Please.
I am.
Wait. Do I want to take a moment to, now that there were no traps outside, is there a chance that there will be a trap once we cross the threshold?
What's first?
So Sylvia,
Thing that you-
you still probably have detect magic up. You
Yeah.
don't see any magical traps in there.
Okay. Walk it. Yes. Open the door.
So for the sake of ease, you just all want to go inside?
Yes. I'll be
Yes.
last so that I can like release it.
I'll
go first.
Swamp Thing.
Okay.
We're not fighting if we can avoid it.
I mean, I have blight with
Hey,
auto kills.
I could do some healing over here. I only have 18 HP.
We're working on it. Let me I can only do one spell at a time right now.
Also, I'm not going to do anything, but I have the 2 swords. I have a sword on my back and a sword on my hip, and I pull out the sword on my hip just in case. I'm not doing anything with it, but now I'm armed.
Yeah. Well, you guys head in. You keep the massive plants in a bubble, and you also head in. And it rushes to the door when you disable it, but it doesn't move that much farther.
Great.
Now
So
you're
that's
inside.
going to be a problem when we leave.
When we
Okay,
leave.
I have blight.
That's a problem for future us, not present us.
Yeah, I can't do that again. So maybe we get ready to fight. Hey, come here, Sylvia, and I'll
That's it.
cure wounds level 2 on Sylvia.
All right, roll.
having trouble with. I'll be right. Keep narrating.
While that is going on, the room you enter into is very reminiscent of where you waited when you were in Lux, when you talked with the various different groups. It is pretty much a waiting room. Lots of like a rack of wine and glasses, books to browse, a warm fireplace, a large portrait of Cirrus Deacon, the dark-skinned wizard who is relatively middle-aged and wearing some like light blues and whites. And yeah, there's just a variety of different things in here to look at and touch, really. And
any doors?
that's really it. There is a singular door at the far side that has some sort of inscription next to it with 4 different little pedestals.
Okay, do I have to roll an investigation to read it?
Deacon! Are you here?
Aaron, try sending a message. If he doesn't respond, you still have the card I gave you, right?
Why would he answer one now if he didn't answer the last one?
I mean, we're in your house is a little bit stronger of a message than, hey, can we come back?
I mean, I'll try. The magic didn't fail me last time. And I will.
Why is that like?
Serious Deacon.
It's like the modern equivalent of like sending a text that's like, hey, I'm at your house right now.
Yeah.
I'm in your house talking to your mom.
Where the fuck are you?
Do I need to roll investigation to read what's written near the door?
Yeah, roll investigation.
I will cast sending at Sylvia's behest whenever we have a moment for that.
When you go and look at the little inscription, it actually is constantly changing with different letters and symbols. You get the impression that someone needs to activate it.
As in,
Or it
we
will
can activate
allow
it.
you to read it.
As in, Cirrus needs to activate it, or there's something we need to do within this room to activate it?
You don't know.
Can I go look at the giant painting of the guy who apparently has a unlimited ego because he has a giant painting of himself in his
It's a
house?
giant painting of himself, yeah.
Very good.
I mean, he's already the greatest wizard on the continent. I think he's allowed to have a little bit of an ego.
It is just straight up fucking tacky to have a big old portrait of yourself.
He
It's his
has
house.
half the worth of time for 8 hours. He could have a picture.
Yep.
Still tacky.
This is also the same person who couldn't figure out what was going on with line Rites, so that's also concerning.
Well, the child of a god, I think, is a little bit different of a phase than material plane magic.
No, absolutely. That's my point, though, is that we should have known that we were in deep with line Rites because of that.
I think we knew it, but I don't think we knew Cirrus Deacon was hot shit at that point, though. We just knew he was there and that he could help.
Anyway, what would you like to do, Kai, by looking at the painting or just looking at the painting?
I kind of like to, the way I don't trust you.
Okay.
You shouldn't. You're wise.
The way you were describing it set off like little alarm bells in my head.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not looking at the screen, so I don't know what I can roll, but like I'd like to investigate it, see if there's anything hinky about it.
Yeah, I will set up that roll for you.
Bless, thanks very much.
So you got a 14. You look it over, you inspect the different parts of it. It just seems like a normal painting. Honestly.
I still don't trust you.
That's just what you got with a 14. Not too long after you do that, there is a little spot in the wall opens up and a little chute appears. Like a round circular thing you put things into. And a little ball rolls out that is clockwork in design. And it rolls onto the floor and opens itself up slightly before igniting with magic and starts to float around a bit and goes, "Hello, dear guests. How can I be of service to you?
Mr.
I don't
Deacon?
speak to balls floating in the air.
Sirius Deacon here?
He is currently here, but is unavailable.
Why is he unavailable? We need to speak to him as soon as possible.
I do not know, but he is on the premises.
Can we find him if we continue looking around the house?
If he would have evidence that he was in danger of any means, then yes. But otherwise, you would need his permission to ascend the tower.
Is this like a little ball?
Yeah, it's a floating ball. Clockwork looking.
Let's gonna try to like pick it up, like hold it and pick it up, and then like threaten it.
He will attempt to fly away from you.
Incredible.
Can you speak to Sirius directly?
I cannot, he is inaccessible at this time.
Is the giant plant outside of his doing, or is it something else? The giant killer plant.
Do not leave the contents of this tower. I am unaware of any massive plant outside there.
So can you do to help us?
I have a practical question for the little flying testicle.
Yes. My name is Sir Thomas.
Okay, Sir Thomas. What would constitute danger that would allow us to scale the tower?
If his life is threatened by any means, and you are considered a friend in his terms, then yes, you are able to ascend the tower.
Is the presence of a
have to be
giant
true?
killer plant outside?
Wait, both have to be true? You have to threaten his life and be considered a friend?
No. I don't think we should threaten his life.
He rephrases and states, his life must be in danger, and you must be considered his friends, or allies in any case.
I tell him that this giant killer plant outside is coming for him.
I've spoken with him on many occasions.
Okay, so we're going to have multiple persuasion rolls. Fern, what do you want to say?
If we get permission to go up, can we go up?
Yes.
I want to try sending.
Okay. You cast sending. What do you say?
Mr. Deacon, Sylvia needs to talk to you. We're in your tower. We met Sir Thomas. Can we come up, please? It's really important. End of the world and stuff. I wasn't counting those words. I probably should have been.
I was going to say I have no idea when you ran out.
You don't get a response.
No response.
At this point, Let is climbing up the shelves and checking things like an ape.
Okay. Sylvia, you also roll persuasion because Kai is rolling to persuade that he's in danger of the giant plant monster outside. And Sylvia, you are trying to persuade that you are his friends. And you both do an excellent job. You almost have this like tag team mentality of like Kai's coming in being like, okay, there's a giant plant monster outside. It's attacking the tower. He's really in danger right now. You can't talk to him. And then Sylvia's talking about, well, he's a good friend of mine. I'm Sylvia. I'm blah, 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 blah. We saw him in Lux and all this and that. And it seemed like it's trying to process all this information at the same time. Meanwhile, we have Let, who is monkeying around on different bookshelves looking at things.
What a great combo.
Of like different weird objects, like almost like paperweights, statues. There's like a bust of the previous speaker. There is like religious books. There's like a weird cube that's like can rotate just in one direction. That's it. Like just a bunch of quirky objects.
The last time I stole something, I was haunted 6 months, but I really want to steal that cube.
I mean, you can take it and add it to your inventory.
I support this decision.
Okay.
I do too.
It wasn't worth it last time. It's not worth it this time.
Let's note that Gorfrax will steal it on the way out.
So, Sir Thomas then says, well, that certainly sounds like that meets the criteria. Please do follow me. and he heads over to the little plaque on the wall, and he kind of like does like a blunk, sound like magical sound effect, and it starts flipping between each letter until it creates the following prompt. And it
Somebody
asks,
write this down.
I just like
what are
throwing
the
that
three
was the
sources
best
of
sound
magic?
ever.
Love. And
Repeated it.
What are the
My
three
little
sources
book
of
can tell
magic?
me.
One is love. The other one is heart.
Every time you say it, Faith talks and I never hear it. What is it?
What are the three sources of magic?
Oh shoot. Can I roll Arcana for this, or do I have to know this?
The gods are one of them.
You can roll Arcana if you would like. You could also know this information. This information has been given at some point.
No way in hell Let knows this.
It might be in my
No way.
notes.
isn't it? Ooh, so we got a 20. What
Is
he
it
think
20
about?
enough?
So, with that 20 in Arcana, you know that, again, Deacon has wrote many books, and one of his most famous books is about, like, talking about the sources of magic and how they come from different places. With it, there are, in turn, three sources that he's identified. He believes there's another one as you were attending his lecture on Dunamancy. He just doesn't know where it's from. The three sources are Ethios, Valdara, and Gaia. And corresponding of divine, arcane, and nature magics.
That's right. I think I wrote this down.
Haha, I was right, the gods.
So if I answer that, does the door open?
It does not open.
Wait, is Alabella trying to find the fourth?
I don't know.
But you mentioned foot.
Sir Thomas then suggests, well, this is not a verbal related unlocking tool. You have to place relevant objects from this room on the given pedestals.
Oh.
Can we go look at the books?
The second he says that, Let rips off right out into like the bookshelf area and just starts picking stuff up and collecting it in their hat and just shoving it into the puzzle.
They're
They're just like pedestals, not the puzzles, pedestals.
Do we get these items back?
They will stay here as they will unlock the door.
Will we get them back on the way out?
You're supposed to use objects in the room, not your own objects.
Correct, yes.
Are we?
Yeah.
Objects within this room.
Oh.
Where is? We're putting the square that goes in one direction in there because that's got to mean something.
Okay. Which did you want to put on a pedestal? There's 4. Okay, you set it on one.
Just pick it. Just put it somewhere.
Okay, you just put it on one of them. Yeah.
Labeled? Are the pedestals labeled?
Nope, they're not labeled.
Okay.
I don't suppose I can look around for anything.
Can we go
that
back
reminds
through
me of
what's in the
church?
room?
Fern, you roll perception. I know.
Test for us.
Faith, was there something you wanted to do?
Go look at the books that are not in Let's hat.
Yeah. I will have you roll investigation. You can roll again, Fern, for help.
Who's helping?
Hey.
For frack.
Well, thanks.
Oh man.
It's not much better. Well, it's a 13 versus a 5. I guess that's a market increase.
Would anyone else like to also roll perception or do anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
What a nice way to say we're doing crappy.
Well, I just want to make sure everyone gets in their rolls here, then I'll go through them all. Okay,
Would my high insight modifier be of any use here? I don't think so, would it?
No, that's before we're dealing with people. If you want to deal with objects, you look at perception. So you can roll perception and see what you get. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, we will start at Kai first. So, she's gone. Never mind.
No,
we'll
I'm
start
here.
with Let first. Oh, okay, you're just off screen.
Yes.
He's gone. So, Kai, what you are able to find the books, any books you're really looking for? Is there anyone particularly that you're looking to find?
I am curious to see if there's any that have like titles or subjects or whatever that match where the three sources are coming from. Or if there's any books that he's written that he's, again, got a big fucking ego and has all of his books in his own goddamn library.
There are several of like the same book that is authored by him on the shelf in different places.
That just means he didn't sell them.
I think it's funny because I feel like Kai's character would respect Sirius Deacon, considering Kai is like a well-read scholar. Never mind.
He's like a well-known author.
Okay, respect and treating them with respect. I respect him. That does not come at odds with the fact that he has a huge ego.
It's a giant portrait of himself.
I respect
So anyway,
him, but I hate him.
He's a dumbass.
there is several books on like just very high level like magic discussions. Like they're just like scientific journals, but in the condensed of a book. You don't find anything unless there is like relevant to the puzzle anyway. But if there's something specific that you're wanting to know, magical related, you can definitely find it here. I'll let you think on it while we go to the others. You don't really probably understand what they're probably looking for, but you're also good at finding things.
Not a clue.
And you hold up at one point a statue, or not statue, a what's the word I'm
Figurine?
looking for? Like a bust of the previous speaker.
Yeah, I
And
feel like Let
the
would
rest of you
pick that
smart
up and
people-
then just be like, this is probably important, and just run back like way too excited to be solving this puzzle.
yeah.
I guess that represents Ethios.
That would track.
And from what it looks like, that's the only object in the room that would fit that the best. Now we'll head to
Roll Arcana.
Sylvia. Sylvia, you this one isn't too hard to find. And you run into a little section that's kind of dedicated to Valdara. And there's different little like books and leaflets and things. There's a little statue of her, and you figure that would probably be relevant.
Yeah, I immediately pick it up and say, "Well, found Valdara," and go put it on the pedestal.
Anybody else think
Um,
that's creepy considering the threat we have right now?
Yes, but we have to
He
do
also
it
has
one
one
thing
on,
at a
like-
time.
Ethios as well. Like,
Fair enough.
yeah, like
studies-
in all honesty,
he
there it's
studies
just like he has
magic in
two sections
general.
of his library dedicated to it.
Right, and he studies magic in general. And if Valdara is one of the sources, then of course he's going to have material on her.
Yeah, his
So
big
wait,
thing.
we have... Oh, go for it.
His big interest in study, which you probably that will be tied into that Arcane 20, is he's very interested on where magic comes from and how it's used. So, like, his big breakthrough book was on what those sources were. And then his next breakthrough thing is Dunamancy. Those are his two big things.
So
Yeah.
wait, we have a practice of each of the three main sources in this group with Fern,
Correct.
Gorfrak. That's really cool. Sorry. Keep going. We're in the story. We're in the story.
And you're really both of you are like you and Gorfrak are trying to look together, trying to find something, and you can't find anything direct. And then you come to a corner, and there's just a potted plant on the ground, a singular
Hey.
potted plant,
Gorfrak.
and that's it. The
Hey.
only type of vegetation in this room, and you're like, maybe this will work.
Hey, Gorfrak.
Does
I
he
think we
have-
should try the
Does he
plant.
have no books about druids?
I'm grabbing the plant. Just
He doesn't actually, at least on display.
I do not feel represented in this story today.
I've got a plant, and I put it on the pedestal very proudly.
Yeah, the pestle itself, each one glows, and they all kind of like levitate a bit. The weird puzzle box that only turns in one direction does too, and then it sits down, and then the door opens, and
How did you know
Sarcomas goes
that
up.
puzzle box was the right thing?
So Thomas turns to you and says, "Oh no, that pedestal just doesn't work. It's not. It's for his future research when he has to revise in the second edition of his book.
Right.
Please do follow
Once
me,
he
though.
discovers
Consulting.
the fourth source.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Let's go.
We
I
head
love
to.
that it was a plant. I'm sorry. It's so fucking funny.
As we're walking out of the room, I just want to druid craft that plant to make it look a little bit less shambly in the corner of the room. To make it bloom.
Yeah, it like grows a little bit. It looks a lot happier now.
Thank God.
Adds a little bit more color in this dreary place.
Why do
You
I
have to
feel
the
like
next
this
floor?
place is like dusty and probably stinks a little bit?
It's
Well,
actually
the killer-
kept.
The killer plant is probably keeping people away.
Yeah. It is dusty, but relatively like no one's been around. As you head to the next one, there is a room that has
I'm sorry.
8 different archways.
I just felt like getting in grown-up clothes.
There's a door at the far end that is also locked that has a little mouth on it that's like opened up. That's like a carved metal shaped mouth looking thing. There is in the center of the room, there is a stack of books as well as some bookshelves with an alchemist set and some different like empty jars and nearby ingredients.
Iris, how many tests are you going to put us through? Good grief.
It's only 2, don't worry. Please follow me.
I
And he
like
continues onward.
this sphere. It's nice.
Let's still try and chase him and catch him.
When the sphere's not looking at Gorfrak, she's throwing little rocks at it.
So petty.
He goes to the center of the room, then turns to the rest of you and says, "In this room, he requests that you make a potion that would allow you to enter the next room. To do so, you need to collect ingredients that represent different parts of the planar systems.
Planar what?
In your systems.
The planar system is a several tiered area of different planes in the planes of existence. There are 8 in total.
Like cake?
Yeah, like cake.
In theory, yes.
Similar.
Yes.
I don't understand, but okay.
So, Thomas, I have a question.
I may answer.
Okay. If we have proven ourselves as his friends, and if he is in fact in danger as we have convinced you, why are we doing tests?
He does this for all of his guests.
Even if he's in danger.
I cannot bypass them, as I can myself not complete the tests.
So you can't help us then?
I'm just trying. I mean, like, is there not a comment box for little employees like you to like put in? If you're in danger, why am I making people go through tests? Like, this seems like, instead of A to B, we're taking this big route around. And anyway, his
philosophy is that any of his friends or allies, in case they have attempted to deceive me, need to be of adequate intelligence. Thus, they should be able to solve these 2.
So if we were to be tested anyway, why did we have to convince you that we were friends or that he was in danger? If the test, like, one of these things did not need to exist. Either the questions are moot and pointless, or the tests are moot and pointless. This is two-factor
asking the real question.
This is two-factor authentication that doesn't increase security.
Well, that is how he designed it. The different tests have gone through different iterations over the years. It has increased to 2. At one point, it was a singular test in the bottom room. He doesn't use this room as much as he used to.
And isn't the swamp monster outside enough of a deterrent unless somebody really wants to talk to him for a good reason they're not going to come around?
Once again, I am not aware of any swamp monster outside the tower. I am not able to leave the tower.
I just throw a rock. I throw a rock right at him.
It just blinks back and doesn't really like his face at all by that.
At this point, Let has started chewing on a strawberry candy, has taken it out of their mouth and stuck it to the butt of this fucking Sir Thomas thing because they're irritated.
Yeah, after a while, it like sizzles and then like pops off.
Come on, baby.
Are you gonna eat that?
Oh.
No, I stuck it to his butt. You eat it.
I'll eat it.
Well, let's start trying to find the materials to make this potion so we can continue on.
It says we need something that represents planes. I don't even know what a plane is. How am I supposed to represent
Fern, there are 8 planes of existence. Did you not learn any of this?
Do I look like I went to school?
You
Sylvia?
went to church school. You learned what you needed to from the church school. This is
Well,
the material.
Dimitri taught me on the road. We didn't really cover like anything fancy school stuff except for basic reading and writing and math.
Okay. Here's the rundown. We live on the material plane. There are 7 other planes where different deities and different creatures and things live. Some are good, some are bad, some are neutral. Each one has a different vibe.
Yep.
Now we need to figure out each ingredient that goes with each vibe, make a potion, feed it to the door.
Oh,
Basically.
I feel like Ethios might have a plane. That might be familiar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the celestial plane or the celestial bureaucracy is ruled by Ethios.
I just thought he was talking about geometry at the time. I wasn't really listening.
You know,
It's
wait,
useless.
you don't know about? Never mind. Geometry, I feel like would be. Never mind. So, are there, Nathaniel? Are there any inscriptions on these arches? Or like, what's the setup of the room? Are the arches like you can walk through them, or are they along the sides of the wall?
They are, again, this is circular rooms. They're all along the wall. When you look at each one, they have a specific set of designs to them, and it would appear that each one represents a different plane of existence.
So,
And there's stuff inside them?
They're not active at the moment.
okay. Is there anything in the center of the room that would be of note or maybe cause activation?
Yeah, you mentioned something, but I was so distracted wondering what it was going to be that I wasn't paying attention.
There's an alchemical set in the center.
Okay.
There's different books. There is a like empty jars and like ingredients nearby, and that's kind of it.
What are the
I'd like
ingredients?
to walk up to the alchemical station and look at some of the ingredients and if I can identify any of them.
Yeah. Roll a associated skill.
Would nature be appropriate for this?
You'll look at anything that's related to nature. Some the basics. Nothing too special with it.
What percentage of the items, ingredients at this station are nature based?
Exactly a third.
Coincidence?
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
So let me understand. So everything that we would use to make it is on this table, or we have to look around the room to find other things?
You could ask Sir Thomas.
Okay, I would like to ask Sir Thomas that.
If you would like to use the provided ingredients, you can. If they are none available, we can, of course, open any of these gateways to go to your designated location.
You can go to the plains?
Correct.
Will we survive
This is
the
Sirius
plane?
Deacon. This shouldn't be a surprise.
No,
As long as you are
understand.
nearby and present, near myself, I can project you into a safe confinement, and
Okay.
you'll be relatively safe.
This means we can go to the bureaucracy, whatever, and talk to Ethios and talk to
Celestial-
Azaman,
the
and I can make sure that
celestial plane.
Dimitri's not there.
if Fern gets to do that, Gorfrak, I would like to go to where where Gaia is and ask her what the fuck is going on with the druids.
My range cannot extend that far out of the tower, so most of the ingredients you'll need are likely nearby.
Damn it.
Okay. Fine. I'm gonna look at Sylvia. Why don't you start brewing the potion, since this seems like your expertise?
I'm by no means an alchemist, but I think my experience is more in line with this than anyone else's.
Kai, did you do anything like this in the Grand Library or the university?
I'm trying. Would it be Nathaniel? Would it be reasonable to guess that this might have been part of my training at some
Probably
point?
wasn't. This is high level magic stuff. Like I think even Sylvia understands some what's going on, but is not trained in this specific task.
In that case, no, Gorfrak. I mean, I probably read a book or 12 on it, but
Book or 12. Okay, just asking.
So, do I just need to roll Arcana and hope for the best, or what?
There's things in the room that may or may not assist you in your endeavor.
Maybe we should look at the books and make a list of the planes, and then we can kind of piece things into parts of what might.
You
go
know
with
what?
Plane.
I think this is a great time to pull out Melindrock's tome and see if he has anything to say about it.
Yes.
I love this book.
So you pull out your inheritance from your family, the magic talking book, as it pops out, and it opens up and it says, "Well, finally you have need of me. Took you long enough."
Hi, Mr. Book.
I'm sorry. I was about to die. The city was in ruins. Did you really expect me to have a spare moment to pull you out and talk to you?
Yes!
obviously.
Gorfrak, I'm not talking to you right now.
I have a question for Piper and or Nathaniel.
Okay.
Character.
Beautiful.
Does the book know that Aerith is dead?
I think so.
The book knows all.
I mean, he was present there. He's not like deactivated.
No. Nobody told him.
He's aware.
Anyways,
Okay, sorry.
can you assist me in assembling a potion?
Most likely. What is the... And he turns over to Sir Thomas and he says, "Hello there." And Book goes, "I don't care about pleasantries. What are we supposed to make?"
I like this book.
I like that this is NPC talking to NPC, so Nathaniel's just talking to himself.
Yeah.
It's the best part of DM.
Sir Thomas replies with, "Well, the specific instructions are to create artificial raw magic. It should not be too difficult." And I think, of course it's not too difficult.
I really
All
like
right.
this.
So sassy.
Do you have the recipe here? And he replies with, "I would imagine it's nearby, if possibly if you look through the books." And your book turns back to you and says, "We don't need these recipes." "All right, I believe it is." And he flips through his pages
Of
and
course.
then holds it out in front of you and says, "All right, please write this down quickly. You need specifically a red rose, a purple rose of Bentony from the plains of Elysium, a demonic blood fruit, ethereal wisps, elemental ash, iron shavings, aquatic onions, thunderous apples, fairy fruit, surface water, and a void shard. Now we have to find and get those ingredients. Are there any nearby?"
I'm assuming I have to roll perception to see if there's anything of those
you do.
nearby. Okay.
I'll help.
Also, I specifically remember something with Linewith and the purple roses of Bethany Like that's where he comes from.
Oh.
Which I'm assuming
Yeah,
it's
me
connected
too.
to
I was about
Valdara.
to- Yeah.
Do.
There's also that one assassin chick that left the flower on that guy that she scribbled all over.
Why did he list 10 ingredients if there's only 8 planes? Mr. Book?
I'm still waiting for that perception check.
From who?
Piper.
Did not go through.
I will note that the elemental planes are combined and they're technically 4. They're just different regions of it. Yeah, you can find one on the table. You can see that there is a little purplish, shiny little crystal, and it has the Void Shard label on it. That's the only ingredient here. All the other ones, when you find the relevant labels, or you think it would have been in there, are not actually they're empty.
So we have to go to that specific plane with Sir Thomas and collect some.
Correct. And your book looks at the shard and like, yes, this is a perfect quantity for what we need. Do not touch it, or you will die. I will handle it.
What?
I love that this book is part chemist, part every other bit of knowledge, but is also 100% that bitch.
It's a book. You can't die to that. And he fumbles with it a bit as he is setting up
a book.
The alchemical station. He's not doing a very good job. He knows what to do. He just doesn't have the thumbs.
Is he using a mage hand?
No, he's using his actual book pages and things.
That's the magical book.
Go away.
It's giving Disney vibes.
Sylvia, your book is weird.
I'm in love with this book. This book is my favorite thing that
Your
I've ever seen in my
ally
entire
is
life.
not helpful.
I'm aware.
I'm helpful. I'm gonna go march over to one of the arches and say, Mr. Sir Thomas, put me through. I'm gonna be helpful.
All right.
Which
we're gonna roll.
What am I looking for? I have no idea. I went to something random.
Well, Melandrock will tell you if you have brought back anything useful. So
we're going with number 5. Okay. I'm gonna need to roll again.
Oh no, it must be one of the elemental planes.
It is an elemental plane. Gotta pick one of the 4 that you're going to. Okay. He ignites the gate, and a shimmering field appears, and there's a little light bubble-ish appearance around it, and you can see into a vast ocean.
Ooh.
Or at least you perceive as an ocean. You can't really see the surface. It's just water with different glowing lights and vegetation and whatnot. And he says, all right, please follow me. And he goes in, and the bubble forms around him, specifically out 10 feet.
I'll grab a vial from the table before I leave so I have something to put whatever I'm getting in.
Okay. This is your opportunity to anyone to follow as well, if you would like.
I'll go with her.
Okay, anyone else?
I'll probably go with her too.
All right, anyone else?
I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah,
Good, I could use your help.
Kai might be in love with my book.
Yeah, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. None of the books in my library talk. Shut the fuck
up.
Fucking nerds.
Well, we'll have to get started anyway. I'm prepping this crystal anyway. It will take some time, and those other 3 have other uses for us. Excellent.
Gorfrak just keeps muttering under her breath. What if he was in actual danger right now? What we're gonna sit here making a potion for 8 hours. What if the tower was on fire? We were trying to alert him that it was on fire. Anyway.
I think his assumption
Well, I need to make sure that you're capable of the situation.
Right. If we can't pass this, we're not going to be of any assistance to him if he is in danger. At least that's my assumption.
Yeah, and that's where we will end for today. Next week we'll be off. We won't be playing, but we will have a short 30-minute lore episode about Act 1, and that is a part 1 of 4-episode series that we'll be having on our off days. So look forward to that, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.